I'm Kiera Morgan. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Coffee with Kiera, sponsored by the Human Bean in Newport and Lincoln City. And today I am here at the Cascade West Council of Governments headquarters in Toledo with my dear friend Brittany. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Kiera. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. So, for folks who don't know you as well as I do, please tell a little bit about yourself and the program that you run here.
Okay, my name is Brittany Kosydar. I am the Americorp Seniors Eligibility Specialist for the Americorp Seniors programs at Oregon Cascades West Council of Governments. We are part of the community services programs, and we run the Americorp Seniors programs that include Foster Grandparent, Senior Companion, the RSVP program. And we are housed within Oregon Cascades West Council of Governments, which also has senior and disability services. So that is the food stamps, Medicaid, case management, other stuff like that. And then the Cascades West Ride Line. So we're really a big agency. We have about 250 employees in Albany, Corvallis, and Toledo office. And we do a lot of great things.
And you serve all of Lincoln County. You may be located in Toledo, but you serve all seniors in Lincoln County, correct?
Yes, we serve all of Lincoln County, and my Americorp Seniors program serve all of Lynn, Benton, and Lincoln. But yeah, all of Lincoln County from Otis and Yatsu all the way down to Yahats.
And I've been working with the RSVP, which is Retired Senior Volunteer Program, for more years than I care to count. To the point where Alicia, who runs the program, is going, you're old enough now that you can start doing. I'm like, yeah, no.
But you could.
But I could.
But you could. If you find some free time,
right,
you could
free
join us.
So let's talk about that program and let folks know a little more extensively what you do with that.
Yeah, so with our Americorp Seniors programs, Americorp is a broad umbrella, and there's Americorp Vista. There's a lot of the programs you think about when you think of kids fresh out of high school or college that want to kind of serve in their communities.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a whole subset of those programs for people that are 55 or older. And our three main programs are RSVP, the Retired Senior Volunteer Program, and those volunteers serve in lots of different capacities in the community. Two of our biggest sort of volunteer opportunities with the RSVP program is our SHIBA counselors, Senior Health Insurance Benefits Assistants. So these are folks that go through training and get a lot of support to help guide others through the Medicare enrollment process, through needing assistance, choosing different Medicare plans for themselves. If they need to file a Medicare appeal, they will help with that. So that's one of the opportunities we have through the RSVP program. We've also got our Stand By Me program, which is financial coaching. And that is one-on-one financial coaching. And folks can be volunteers for that if they feel like they could help people walk through goal setting for their finances, whether it's saving for a down payment for a house, paying off some debt, buying a new car, anything like that. And then a lot of our RSVP volunteers are also with the Meals on Wheels program, which is also housed through Oregon Cascades West Council of Governments. So they can serve as drivers to deliver meals to folks, to help at the kitchen, help packaging up the meals or serving in the communal meal sites. And we have those opportunities all throughout Lincoln County. So there's Toledo meal site, there's a Walport meal site, there's a Newport meal site, and a Lincoln City meal site. So those are options for all those. Then our two bigger programs, or they're like my baby, is the Senior Companion program is my baby. And that is for folks 55 or older. The Senior Companion program and the Foster Grandparent program, which I will talk about also, both have some income limits because of the way they're grant funded. You have to be at or below 200% of the federal poverty level. And then you get a small stipend of $4 an hour currently to kind of help offset some of those costs, and some mileage reimbursement. And all of those things are non-taxable. So if somebody is on some other kind of benefit, food stamps, Medicaid, housing assistance, that kind of stuff, they won't have any risk of losing those benefits because of this stipend from this volunteer service. So that's, one of the questions I get is, well, I don't think I can make more money right now.
Mhm.
So I can, I can assure people that that's not going to be a concern for that. So our senior companion volunteers, their goal is to help other seniors in the community age in place. So they go into the homes of other seniors in the community who maybe don't have a lot of family around, don't have those supports in place, and they can help with companionship, like just hanging out, a friend to talk to, go for a walk, sit and play a game or knit, watch a show. They can also do some transportation. So if somebody
Mhm.
needs to get to regular doctor's appointments or the grocery store, or they just want to go to the thrift store, I've got a couple different sets of clients that they like to just go to the thrift store or just go down, and go down to the beach and just watch the ocean for a while, and it gets them out of the house and gives them a chance to have an extra person checking in on them. And one of the things that my volunteers tell me about that is that they a lot of times that they get as much out of it as the
Mhm.
clients they're serving. Some of my volunteers will say like that's what got me out of bed this morning, was knowing I had to go to this client's house. And so knowing that it's really a program that helps everyone involved.
Mhm.
It's a great opportunity for the people that are serving too, to make new friends and get out and meet people.
And if memory serves, it's been proven that that helps with your mental and your physical health
Yes,
by being able to get out and about and keeping active on both sides, right?
definitely. And the a report came out from the Surgeon General last year or earlier this year about social isolation and loneliness,
Mhm.
and how the effects of some of those things can actually be as bad as smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Mhm.
So this program helps to get people back and active and engaging both physically and mentally, and that helps combat some of that loneliness and isolation. And so, they're getting into people's homes who may not see anybody else. They may not have, maybe a neighbor that'll poke their head in every once in a while, or a family member who lives out of state that gives them a call every once in a while. But some of them they just don't have other family around, and they just need that extra little bit of support to help keep them in their home instead of needing to go into a facility, um, or another supported living type of situation.
And speaking of which, that's kind of where the Get Activated program comes in. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we are doing it's called Get Activated. It's a virtual lifestyle coaching, and it's funded with some grants that we've been able to get. And the goal, we are working with a counselor with older adult behavioral health initiative, out of Lynn and Benton counties, and Lane too. And I don't want to forget. Um, and it's a 6-week virtual program. We're going to meet via Zoom, and it's once a week for a 6-week period. And it's a group, basically like a group counseling and group goal setting. It works on getting people who are feeling like some lower levels of depression, helps them get back into something that they enjoy. Kind of
Now, how
find
does
that.
that work virtually?
So yeah, that is something that people can kind of people. It's hard to understand how like things can kind of virtually happen. Get that because it's not the same, as being in person, and a lot of people struggle with virtual things. But if we learned a lot through COVID of how to make virtual things work. Learned a lot. So it's set up as just a big Teams or Zoom meeting, and there's going to be like so you'll be able to see everybody's faces on the screen. You'll be able to see the counselor talking. Myself and Alicia were there as well to kind of help people with that, the process. And if people don't have a laptop or another device they can use, we do have some laptops available that we can loan to people, and we can go and help give them some tech support to make sure they can get logged into Zoom. They know how to turn on the camera and the microphone and kind of figure all those things out. Um, so we're there for that support as well, because technology can be a little
Intimidating.
intimidating.
Mhm.
And not everybody has internet access and things like that, so we're willing to work with folks to help find a site they can go to. If they don't have internet at home, we're going to help get those laptops. We'll help troubleshoot, um, because our goal is really to just get as many people involved in that as possible, and kind of help them just get out of a little slump or find something that they used to enjoy, or maybe they want to start enjoying something new and just
Mhm.
get into that.
And so is the idea to connect them with other people that may have similar interests and kind of
Yeah,
make
so
some
it's
friends and collaborate together?
yeah, so it's very much a like a peer support situation. So there will be, Chris with the Older Adult Behavioral Health Initiative, and myself and Alicia. But then it's really just that group of people who are all participating at the same time, and they are there to share their shared struggles, talk about what works for them, what doesn't work for them, what they've had a hard time with, things they're going through, and then be that support for each other as they work towards, hey, this is something I would really, I used to knit all the time and I just haven't been feeling it lately, just kind of not in the mood, and work with their peers kind of for some support, accountability, just that extra push.
And there's a nice financial push for those who complete
Yes.
it, correct?
There is. So thanks to that grant funding, we are able to offer a $150 completion incentive to anybody who goes through the 6-week course. So that will be that's just a nice little bonus for taking a little bit of time to go through, and you can use that for groceries or
Buy
go out to
some
dinner,
new knitting
buy yourself,
things.
head to the craft store, whatever you want to go get.
That's awesome. And how do people sign up for that? Is it happening all the time or how
So,
does that work?
so yeah, right now our next session is going to start on September 12th and run through October 17th. So we're asking folks to let us know by September 6th if they would like to participate. That gives us time to do the initial screening questionnaire, talk about the program, and make sure we can get them the materials in time. So they can either give me a call at the office, 541 or they can send an email, a seniors at OCWCOG.org. So either of those ways will get to me, and then I will connect with them and go into more detail about everything.
And if somebody is seeing this after that September 6th date, can they still get involved or will there be other classes that are coming up?
Yes, so we do hope we'll be able to do at least one more round of the class. So if folks see this after September 6th and they're like, "Hey, that sounds like something I might be interested in," definitely still reach out to me and I can let them know if we have something else scheduled already or if we have a tentative plan for that.
Wonderful. And Brittany, let's talk about some other opportunities and things that you offer for seniors.
Yeah. So I know I said that the senior companion program is my baby because it is, but we also have our foster grandparent program.
Mhm.
And so that is also for folks that are 55 or older, has those financial limits of at or below 200% of the federal poverty level. And those volunteers go into local schools, after school programs, Head Starts, classrooms, library classrooms, and they serve as mentors, another trusted adult. They do some tutoring, some one on one reading, and just kind of they're just an extra little Grammy or Grampy for the kids. And it gives them a great opportunity, to be around the little ones. And we do all ages. Most of my volunteers in Lincoln County right now are with like the more elementary grades, but
Mhm.
we can go through any grade of school. And the kids love it too.
What's the time commitment for something like that if somebody was interested in volunteering?
So our both the foster grandparent and the senior companion program, we ask for folks to serve a minimum of 10 hours a week. You can go up to 40. I do have a couple volunteers actually in my senior companion and foster grandparent programs who get pretty close to that 40 each week. That they commit a lot of time and they really care about the people they're serving. I have a couple folks who also serve in both programs, so they spend some time with the kiddos, and then they also do times with their seniors. So that also there's also training opportunities that we give. So we do an
Mhm.
orientation when everybody starts volunteering, and we really give them all the tools they're going to need to feel successful. And then we have ongoing training throughout the year too to keep them up to date on everything. For our senior companion volunteers, we try to connect them with trainings for like Alzheimer's and dementia and
Oh, so
other.
things to look
Yeah,
for.
yeah, kind of how to watch out for that, or like say they have a client who has dementia, kind of tips and tricks to like help support that person, and
Mhm.
conversation starters, or how to direct a conversation if it seems that it's not going in a great direction. So we try to give them as many supports as possible. And for our foster grandparents, we've done a training on excuse me, on English language learners. We've done trainings for we also do things like child abuse awareness and
Mhm.
recognition. So any of those things that they might come across, we make sure we have as many tools as possible for them.
And the volunteers are fully background checked to
Yes.
work with children, correct?
Yes. So part of
Okay.
our process for the application for both programs is um, a background check through the Oregon Cascades West Council of Governments, and also a national criminal history check. We do fingerprinting, and we have reference checks for everybody who applies. Some of the school districts also have their own background process,
Mhm.
so we
Mhm.
also guide our volunteers through doing whatever the background check process for the school is. So by the time they're getting into the school, they've probably had at least 2 or 3 background checks. So we feel confident that we're sending good people in there.
All right. Brittany, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or add as we're wrapping up?
I don't think so. I just encourage folks, if they feel like they might might be interested in volunteering, if they want to hear more details,
Or if they need some of these
if they need some of
services?
the services, if you feel like maybe a senior companion might be somebody that you would like for yourself or a parent, if you need Medicare counseling, you know the annual enrollment period is October through December, and we recommend that people, all of our counselors strongly recommend that people just take a look at your plans and see, just make sure it's still working for you. And so folks can reach out to me. Again, my phone number is 541-574-2684, and I can help schedule SHIBA appointments. I can talk about those volunteer opportunities and help kind of figure out what their interest might be and what programs we have that might be a good fit.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Brittany, for sharing with us today about your wonderful programs. Encourage folks to get involved and contact Brittany to take advantage of some of these great programs that they have to offer. And thanks for watching Coffee with Kiera. Again, we're sponsored by The Human Being in Newport at 6th Street and Highway 101, in Lincoln City at the north end of the highway on the west side next to TLC Credit Union. Thanks for watching. I'm Kiera Morgan.